Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Britt, and today we get to hang out with Bracha, an amazing organization that makes beautiful jewelry. They use 20% of their proceeds to help fight human trafficking. Michelle and Saida started their company 4 years ago, and they are truly being the change. I can't wait for you to hear their story. I've been standing at the wall, waiting. We're so excited just to hear about your story, how this started.
So this was about like 4.5 years ago.
Okay.
We started, it was called 12 Trends.
Okay.
And so we would sell designer inspired jewelry because we're like, oh my gosh, we love chunky bibs and jewelry, and it was fun. But there wasn't like a fulfillment. It was just kind of like, it's working, but I don't know, like I'm not happy and it's not really working. There was a women's conference and we heard Christine Kane speaking about human trafficking and the statistics, and our minds were blown. I mean, we were sobbing. I think both of our hearts were so stirred, and we knew like we have to do something.
As we're hearing Christine, I just knew that it was going to transition, and I felt a stirring in our heart to say we can do something. And then I feel that God is saying you're going to make everything yourselves.
Yeah.
And we were like, what? We're not jewelry makers. We don't have that background. And so it did feel overwhelming, but when God says yes, and he chooses you and he puts dreams and stirrings in your heart, it's because he's going to provide the way, right?
There might be people that don't even know anything about human trafficking. So just tell us a little bit about that so people know what you guys are fighting for when you're selling this jewelry.
We knew that we were going to support A21. A21 is a global organization that started by the obedience of one woman, Christine Kane, and they're all over the world, really. They have offices now, and they work with establishing safe houses for the victims. We also started working with Rescue Her, which is a local organization in Dallas, and they have a safe house in India for little girls. And we also support Global Renewal, and they actually have 2 safe houses, one in Indonesia, one in Cambodia. The vision for it in the future, it will be to actually visit the safe house, so that maybe we can train some of the girls there
to make
some jewelry. So
we want to go down there so badly and love on them and just kind of teach them a trade. It gives them hope to not have to sell themselves for 50 cents to be able to afford school.
How do you encourage someone to just take that step, that first step, when they have that feeling of, I want to do this thing, I have this idea, I have this dream, but it seems too big, and I don't really know that first step to take. You know, I think we all struggle with that.
If there's a stirring in your heart, it is God. It's a God-given thing. I would encourage anybody, just do it. Take the first step, and it starts with a baby step. Like, don't try and conquer the world in one decision. God loves us so much that he is faithful. He never fails you and guides you through everything. So I think that's how we would encourage somebody. I mean,
I love that. I feel like so many people wait in fear and with so many questions and doubts and what ifs that they never take that step. So I wanted to talk a little bit about, you guys use only natural stones, right?
We do.
Okay, and I love this necklace over here. You were telling me a little bit about it.
When you see these natural stones, you see this, which is not really pretty to look at. If it was just in its natural state, the full stone, you would probably just overlook it.
Right.
But the fact that somebody took the time to actually crack it open, put a gold lining around it, the beauty of it inside just shines through. That is the victims that have been trafficked. God made us so beautiful, made us to shine, and to shine our beauty and let the world know how beautiful we truly are. And but sometimes life makes us like this.
Right. Good. I meet girls at my shows every night who struggle with that. Being able to encourage them, that's our job, I feel like.
That's why the name was, it was so perfect, and of course it was God-given name for us to name it Bracha, because it means blessing in Hebrew. And so when we're in the studio and we get together and we crank up our praise and worship, and just pray over the jewelry that it is exactly that whoever wears it, whoever sells it, will be blessed by it.
That's so meaningful, like
Yes.
that you guys would take the time to make this and then pray over it.
Yeah.
God is so good, and He can take that one piece of jewelry that you guys blessed, and He can bring freedom to a girl
for
through
sure.
that prayer.
For
You
sure.
know what I mean?
That's
And
right.
just to believe that, and that's really cool.
Yeah.
I love that. Thank you. So we love what you guys are doing. We're excited to be a part and to just share as much as we can about this difference that you're making. So thank you guys.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. We hope you had a lot of fun just hearing the story. I hope it encouraged you to step out and just to do whatever is in your heart to do. If you want to make jewelry, if you want to go on a trip, if you want to be a teacher, if you want to be a singer, an artist, whatever that thing is, you can do it. Take that first step. Be the change. Go out. Use what God has given you to help somebody else. That's what Bracha is doing, and that's what you can do too. So let's together be the change.